everyone, you are watching Simi TV show and this is my new segment for the new year called Dynamite Woman. And the woman who inspired me is sitting right here. Her story really did something in my heart.
To bring me here in Singapore and speak in front of 50,000 people. This is amazing. And I look at my check. I mean, seriously, guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I never worked. I'm a mom. I was a single mom of 3 kids. And yet, I look at my check and I feel this is gangster money. Okay? This is crazy. So I'm so grateful. I could stay here for hours. I'm Italian. I talk a lot with my hands. But yeah, thank you. And guys, take the decision today. If you didn't do it yet, take the decision today and go for it. Go for it. Don't let anything stop you. Don't make excuses. Just go.
How much, Stefania?
I'm Stefania Logato Fire and I'm from Italy. Thank you so much for what you're doing, really. And yes, so my story. Well, I actually started this adventure 2.5 years ago.
Yes.
I was going through a very difficult time in my life. I had been married for 14 years and together with my high school sweetheart for 22 years, and we had 3 boys. And we both decided I was never gonna work because my job was to be a mom. So I was a driver, I was a cook, I took care of my kids, and it was an amazing job, and I loved it. But then when love was over and financial support was also over, not having worked for all my life took me to a very difficult spot in my life because I had to provide for 3 kids and I had no job experience. So I looked into different opportunities and so I looked for an opportunity in network marketing, and I was initially very skeptical. I thought it was like one of those pyramid scheme and that somebody on the top was gonna make all the money and that it was like kind of a scam. And
I have never heard about network marketing, like I didn't know much and thought the same way, pyramid scheme, knocking on people's door, and I have women even ask me the same thing. So tell us your experience of coming into network marketing with no clue.
Exactly. No clue. No, definitely no clue. So well, actually then I went to one meeting and I'm very grateful because that night I actually understood that instead of paying fake advertising, like you have all those top models using the makeup and the shampoo from the supermarket, where we know they definitely do not do that, they were gonna pay us for really believing in something. And you see, if I love a book, if I love a movie or a restaurant, I will share it. I naturally would share it with people. Actually, we do network marketing all the time. We just don't never get paid for it.
Exactly.
And I actually then started to use the products first because I thought, okay, I need to first believe in in what I need to share. And I fell in love. I mean, I completely fell in love with all the products. And still today, I'm a big fan of the products. And people would see on me the results of the products. They would be like, hey, what have you done? You look amazing, or you look younger, or you feel better, or I would sleep better, just have much more energy. And so, long story short, because again, I could be here for hours and tell you all the experiences, all the people that told me I was crazy, and how in the beginning I was kind of ashamed because I still thought that I had to go door to door to sell. Today, thank God, we have people like Richard Branson or Donald Trump or Robert Kiyosaki and so many, Warren Buffett, the huge businessmen saying do network marketing is the future. At that time, I had no idea.
I love that.
So, go on my knees and ask God above all to help me because I had no clue. People were saying no to me. I didn't have the credibility. People trusted me because thank God I was a good friend and I was somebody that I believe was kind of structured in her life. But still, some people thought, okay, she's so desperate right now. She would do anything.
Stefania is a leading lady in network marketing. You are invited to come and speak, right? As one of the most influential women in network marketing. Tell us a bit about that. How did you get from someone who didn't understand this business today being invited to share your story?
First of all, to God all the glory, because I said, Lord, if you come and help me, and if this is the door that you have for me, then I will always give you glory. And
Yes.
definitely, I think, he chose me like the most unlikely person to then make it to really a quite successful
Yes.
situation in such a short time. But it's definitely a miracle. I always say it's a miracle. And then also I had to find my why. You see, this is not a business where you have a boss. This is a business that you work when you want, with whom you want, and wherever
You're the boss.
You are yourselves. But
Yes.
so you need to be really perseverant. And you need to want this
Yes.
really bad to be successful.
I get it. Okay.
So my kids were my why. And, this is a channel that empowers women. So I'm sure many of you have kids. We would do anything for our kids. I mean, the kids come from us.
Yes.
They're part of us. So anytime I would come home and see them struggling and also, seeing them that they had to quit activities because I didn't have money to send them to do their sports, all of that really empowered me and gave me strength. Just like a lioness goes out and hunts for the little cubs, the same way I went out and hunted for my boys. And honestly, many times I wanted to quit.
Yeah.
I felt that I wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I worked hard. This doesn't come. This is if somebody tells you, oh, you just enroll and tell to friends and you're gonna be rich. No. If you maybe tell to friends, you might have free products in the sense that you get enough money to have your own consumption for free. But really, if you want to do this as a business, and that's where you're asking me about the Network Marketing Pro from Eric Worre. For me, Eric Worre and his book Go Pro, which is a very simple book.
I loved it. I read it. It's
Me
so
too.
good.
It's so simple, but it teaches you 7 skills to be successful in this business. And as a child, even Jesus says, come to me as a child. I came into this business as a child. As a child, I took all this information and I just copied it. It's no point in reinventing the wheel. We already know how to do this business. This is a very simple business.
Exactly.
It's not easy, especially in the beginning. But in the moment you find other people, and I found lots of women, as you see from pictures, I would say 85% of my team is girls because we kind of duplicate ourselves. And people might think that everybody approaches this business for money. Honestly, that's what I did. But today it's not even anymore about money. Because today I make much more money than my goal was that I was possibly really.
I love that. Yes.
I thought that was my goal, and you know how God duplicates fish and bread. I mean, the duplication just goes on. I can't.
How do you control?
Yeah, totally. I have a team now in Poland. I promise you, I don't speak Polish. I did nothing to enroll them. Maybe a Skype call once they already had chosen to come and be part of our team. And I promise you, it's like duplication. But it's also like I have people in my team that are doing this because they need to feel worthy. They need to feel they belong to something. Money. Actually, there is a Jeunesse Kids, which is a charity connected to the company. I have women in my team. They're wealthy enough. They don't need money, but the money that they make just by sharing products, they give it all to the charity. So it's not only for a financial freedom, which by the way is great, but it's even the quality of life that network marketing gives you. You can work from home. You don't have a boss. Have your kids next to you and be on Skype and enroll people in Mexico. In this business, you make money 24/7. It's amazing. And come on, girls, we love to talk. In this business, we are paid to talk.
And I love that. The reason I love doing Jeunesse right now is the network. It's connecting, meeting new women, and I'm having so much fun doing this, and I can't believe I'm getting paid for it.
Yeah.
I am promoting something I love.
Yeah.
So this is a true life story of a woman that had nothing, left with 3 boys. Today she is what she is because of this opportunity of network marketing. You were driven, you were passionate, you were hardworking, and for us, we are so new to the business. You are truly an inspiration to us. So I couldn't help but want to shoot your story just to inspire other women out there because everyone's very skeptical. But Jeunesse is such an amazing company.
Amazing. And the
6 years.
product sells alone. Once the people are hooked on the products, they don't want to leave it. And this is really, really true. And then also, I always tell people like that, guys, I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an accountant. I'm not saving lives. I'm not a doctor. And yet I made it. I am an average person that was a mom and just driven by a passion of changing their lives and changing their boys' lives. And today my passion has completely changed, which is changing other people's lives.
Yes.
Because the great thing about this business is that by blessing others,
Yeah.
by helping others, we get blessed. It's not the other way around where you are better than me. In fact, Simi is better than me in, for example, explaining the products. I'm not very good. I'm good at telling her what it does, but her success is my success. So I will always say, hey, my team is amazing. But of course, if she was about to take my job, I would
insecure.
be and afraid to lose my job.
Yeah.
In this case, better people, more people you have and better people you have in your team, better is for you, and that's awesome.
I really love that, and you know, we're going to be shooting more videos in the future. Steph is traveling for the next 20 days. That's so long, but when she's back, I want to share a little bit more with you, because we're going to break all these crazy ideas that people think about network marketing. You know, like we were just talking about how people like false advertise, but you know, we have real leaders teaching us how to do this business well, do it right with truth, and honesty, dignity, be authentic. It's beautiful. I'm so glad I met you and your husband. And Steph, thank you so much for sharing this amazing journey, and there is so much more she's got to share with us and for the women watching. If you're interested to join us, this is an amazing team in Dubai. You can always find all my details on YouTube. I love you guys so much. Thank you for empowering us here in